Recording.
I have some query regarding POI line item determination.
Okay,
Uh,
go ahead.
If any incorrect line is picking at DP level, then
Mm,
at where need to check? Means for some credit memo incorrectly picked for debit line at PO level.
mm.
So incorrect line picking. So at where need to check?
So if it is completely incorrect line, means it's a single line item based PO or multiple line items based PO.
Multiple line items, but one line if incorrectly picked,
Uh,
like credit
in that
memo not
PO,
picking
multiple,
properly.
yeah, in that PO, multiple line items are there.
No,
Only
in
single
that
line.
PO multiple line items. Nah, in that PO multiple line items are there, right?
Okay, so in that case, have you checked that net amount, gross amount is matching?
Yeah, net amount, gross amount matching, but
Is it
credit
matching
memo
with multiple line items?
multiple didn't check. I checked only one single item that incorrectly posted, auto posted.
So incorrectly auto posted means, see, first thing, two, three things will be there. One is, first thing, if same item data maybe exist in the PO, means the same net price, sometimes the quantity and all those things. That is the first point. So if that is
Okay.
wrong, means if it is same, then we should check and allow the system in such a way that it should not post automatically. And second thing is like when it is keep on doing, then you need to keep the debugger. Means ask the base what ABAP team to keep the debugger
Okay.
under logical module processing. Okay, so under this you will have this one. So here
Okay.
inside this, it will also read the PO item number. It will also reading the uh, GR data, all those required data. So you need to ask him to keep the debugger, and whenever you create a document, it will come first, then it will go to the other things. So let me keep a debugger. So let me keep a debugger here. Okay. This debugger should be like what you can say, external debugger. User is there. So let me could you please go into mute? 554. See here, it went to the debugger of this one, logical module processing. So from here, you need to check basically. So in this item, the item number is population, PO item number, whatever is population, right? So here only you need to check. Means basically we given the PO item earliest itself. Let me do one thing. I'll just 554. So here, let me remove the PO number, item number. So sometimes a single item also it will pick. We have one configuration flag. So based on that, it will pick. See here. See here it is 00. So once I execute this logic, it will pick the item number. So determine for single PO item. So now if I go here, still in this logic level it is not picked. So it will check here. Here also not picked. Here also not picked still. Okay. See it is. So in that case, like it is over like here it in these places it is exactly picking and then it is overwriting in this section. So you need to ask to debug this particular class basically. You getting?
Okay.
Yeah. Everything is in logical modules before processing of invoice. Everything will be in logical module. So all it is extracting from here only. Okay. So let me go with the PO invoice approval. So all PO invoice approvals, PO based, always go with one level approval. And it will work for only service based POs in standard. So standard has given PO based approval only service based POs. Okay, only service based POs. So here we'll check what configuration we need to do and where is the what can say which are all the places what is the enhancement we can do for multi-level. So all those things we'll discuss. So just to go here, so instead of creating so I'll just create a PO without goods receipt, then we'll go like that. So let me search with PO first of all. Yeah, this is the PO. So this service based PO alone, it will trigger the approval workflow. In standard, whatever standard approval workflow they given, it will work based on the services. So let me make it purchase order. So I've created one PO. So let me make that. Before going to trigger this invoice approval workflow, we need to do the configuration, right? Basically, 465 is the document, and we also have everything. So what we need to do is like we need to create a process type for approval, and assign process options to process type. Then we need to assign process type to DP document type. Sequence the process types and assign logic to each process type. Assign logic to approval process type. Enable the requester requisitioner field and mail ID field. That's it. So what I'll do, I'll create a process type. So here I can use 150. This is the process type. I can also create a new process type. So basically I'll create a new process type. So click on new entries. So 509 approval required. Approval required. Invoice approval required. So what is our initial role? JVM APS 7 is exception tick mark. So approval normal process type and approval process type, the difference is like here workflow type is open text approval workflow, and then you need to make it as auto start. Okay, so then go to the process options. So normal process types we are assigning only two process options, that is mandatory process options, I can say 2000 2012. But whereas approval process type we need to add one more 2015 BL check for approval. So this we need to give, click on save. So here we'll come back, normal process type and approval process type. Approval process type difference is Normal process type and approval process type is difference is workflow tab. Under advanced settings, workflow setting, under that open text workflow, text approval workflow. And process options, process option 2015 is mandatory for approval workflow. Why? Because so here we given auto start equal to X, nothing but so whenever this particular process type is triggered, try to execute the approval workflow. So where what is based on what option it will trigger. So based on this 2015 only. So entire code in this particular approval workflow related is available under this particular button. So that too it will go only one level approval workflow. Okay. So let me copy 509. Let me assign to my DP. Let me assign to my DP. Maintain document types. So here new entries 509 active. Click on save. Then go to process type detail sequence. New entries. So at what stage we'll keep this particular approval workflow? So before manual check needed index lines. Okay, we'll keep at this stage. So after suspected duplicate this one before this. So 107 or 108 will keep. So 108 process type is 509. So click on save and select this one and go to sequence steps. So here you provide the logic, step sequence, check type is function module. So 150 is the standard process type. So click on save, screen options. So here what I need to do, I need to provide 150 and provide the authorization. Simply I can copy and make it as 509. Click on save. Then go to header configuration, requisitioner. So I'm making this field as input mode and also email ID. This is also input mode. So which is already there. So click on save. So what are the things we have done, guys? So we have added this Pi09 approval required, and then we added logic to it, and then we added index screen options. So before creation of process type, what we have done? So we have added all this process types. I'm going to select against process type, what is the role which we required, and what are all the buttons we required. So any questions up to now?
Ram, why we maintained this process type before mixing mandatory information?
I didn't get you.
We maintained the steps now 107 before the missing mandatory information.
Why
That
we maintained before mandatory information? I have not maintained before mandatory, right? So I have maintained it.
manual check,
So
manual check needed.
manual check needed is the item level data. So before that only, I'm just taking against that PO, I'm just taking the approval. Okay. So we can also keep 125. It's not that, just simply I'm keeping.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
special treatment. Just like this. Let me copy all the things. So simple step. Like let me keep as a last. That's a good question. So we can also keep as a last because it's approval based, right? So let me make. Yeah. So any questions here?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So I'll execute the work item. So let me execute. So next to so here I'll give some different amount. So make it like give me 23 and so 125 as a net price. Let me do. I will not give anything here. So I'll change document date, the posting date. So click on execute. So download one invoice copy. So I've downloaded one invoice copy. So let me create. This and all not required. So execute. 65. So always check in analytics report. So how it is, where it is located. So if you see here, approval required exception, it was there, it is there, and approval required GVim1. So it is not triggered. Okay, it is triggered the workflow. So we'll see how it is looking. So let me go to /opt/vim workplace, execute it. So it is failed to trigger the workflow basically. So let me give document data as today's date. Something network lost between. Start approval workflow. So if I click on this, so it is asking requisitioner email ID. Let me make. So GVim1. So all the approval workflows, I just want to give you one thing. Why this is going here? Hmm. So all the approval workflows, before going to the approval workflow configuration, /opt/underscore /opt/AR_COA. So under this transaction, we need to dump all the SAP user IDs and we need to convert it as a open text user IDs. That is a mandatory step for open text approval workflow. So always keep that in mind. So always we need to dump one time activity, and later you can create one you can ask your ABAPer to create one program that whoever created in SAP system, whenever a new SAP user is created in the system, so there should be a batch job should create this user IDs automatically, so no need to do a manual entry over here. So basically you can maintain this user IDs by creating a new user IDs. Okay, so that is a best practice you can see, and more we'll discuss on the non-PO approval workflow, what are all these things will do basically. So this and all, this one particular box is like dumping your SAP user IDs in open text user IDs. That is the first thing. So let me go to my Vim workplace. 565.
So Ram, we need not to create.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we need not to create any ID manually at COA level, right?
We can maintain. You can maintain. I'm saying for one time activity you need to maintain. And next time onwards, you can ask your ABAP to create some custom program because we do not have a standard perfectly. So it's only like dummy program we have. It will be lot of confusion. So instead, so you can create. See, what is your user ID? What is your SAP user ID? Akanksha, Anuleka.
Yes.
Mm,
ACP user ID.
yeah, you are practicing, right? I've given one user ID.
Oh, I forgot that. Anulekha.
Okay, let me relog in this. It is disconnected. Okay. Mm. This is your user ID. Okay. So what I
Yes.
need to do for your user ID, I need to add it to approval workflow. AR underscore COA. Under this transaction code, click on change. Click on create new entry. None. Anuleka. So SAP user ID provide Anuleka. So initially, if you are maintaining here, your email ID or address also you keep it first Anuleka at the rate or at the rate gmail.com. So that what will happen when you see save, so it will come name also as Anuleka. So otherwise, whatever email ID you given, that user ID will come here. So make it like simple. So always it should be your SAP user ID and this open text user ID. Keep it as same so that it will be easy for what you can say, easy for representation. But no restrictions. So whatever you given in the email ID, that ID only it will come here.
Okay.
So we created here as a Anuleka. So let me go to Vim Workplace. Let me execute here. So this is how the screen will be shown. So approval workflow screen. If I see show detail panel, so here I can see the invoice image right side, and the left side I can see the data. What are all the data which I have? So I can also see who are all submitted for approval workflow. So here we have lot of buttons, like one is reject. So if I reject, then it will come back to APS workflow. If I approve, then it will approve and complete the workflow. Inquiry, nothing but I can send it for others opinion on this, basically. Like I can send it for like info provider how we are doing, right? Same way. So I'll just submit. Please verify this invoice and let me know. Click on inquiry. Inquiry sent to this user. So GVM2 is the success. Okay, let me go to GVM2. So, So here I can see there is a send back button and it is inquiry return to inbox. So here you can do the inquiry and send back with the comments. He can also add the comments basically. There is a comments button. We do not have comments also. Oh, okay, here it is there. Add comments. Invoice looks good. On save. Send back. Now the invoice will go to GVIM1 for further access. So refresh. You can also see here where it is sent, what is his comments. Okay, GVIM to send back to GVIM1. So you can see in this historical data. So if I reject this invoice, it will go to AP processor. Please change tax amount. This is only one level approval. So if you want to make multi-level approval, what we need to do, that also I'll tell you. So before that, so it is, I've rejected the invoice. So it will come back to APS team. APS team also we have same GVIM1. So that is the reason it came here. So you can see the comments here, why it is rejected. You can see in the historical tab, invoice rejected. So the comments of that particular person. Please change the tax amount. Okay, let me change the tax amount. So now this time I'll also change the approver. So actually this approver is the whoever created the PO, that guy should receive the work item. But here what I am doing, so let me change the user ID. I can also that provision we are giving here in the requisitioner field. So
Ram, why we are changing the requisitioner ID and email?
okay, so why? Because there is a scenario. Let's say I have created behalf of my manager this PO. So approval came to me, but I am not the responsible person for that. My manager has to approve. So in that case, what I'll do, I'll send route it to my manager for approval. So that is the reason I've changed the requisitioner. So one level approval, always it will take whoever is there in the requisitioner. So that guy will be noted with the approval workflow. So now what I'll do, I'll click on start approval workflow. So let me go to GVIM2. So in down, I can see all these buttons. Let me make it as approve. So invoice is approved. Click on OK. So if I see in BIM Analytics, what is the status of this invoice? So it is struck in the process OCR PO invoice. So it is like in the last business rule. So due to some problem, so let me exit this. So we can also see from here what is the issue. So in the document, if you click on here, so here you can see the display log, why it is not posted. So here you can see the errors from BIM Analytics and you can inform the business. So if required, they said like it's not auto posted, then you can show this error. So it is allowing for, sorry. Posting periods only 7th month, not the 12th month. Let me see this some transaction code. Let me make it how to enable posting period. So let me go here. Check per posting period. He has given many advertisement, not the matter. Matter is very less. Posting period opening. Here it is there. MMRV. RV. Company code 1000. Just here. Then MMPV. This invoice, sorry, internet is fluctuating a lot. Mm-hmm. The current period. Yeah, that is what I have to. Okay, okay, okay. I need to close this period. Plus one, then 8. Yeah, current period is 8/1. So 10th month, right? So we need to give 9 and then 10. Okay, so now I'll come back 10th month. So now current period is 10th month. Simple guys. So just to we need to allow posting period. Simply we can open that. So I'll just go to Vim workplace of GVim1. So execute. Here you can see 2810 accounting date, current system does this one, posting date. So we change the posting date and now we are allowing the 10th month posting dates. So let me save and click on apply rules. So we'll see if still this error comes or will it process in the background. So let me go to Vim Analytics. So see the invoice is posted. Any questions up to now? So what we have done? So we have created a process type. You are there guys? We created a process type. Oh, okay. So we created a process type 509 and then we have assigned buttons to it. Okay. So all these approval buttons. Then what we have done? We have assigned this process type to DP document type. Okay. Under 7 AM. Here we assigned our process type and then we sequence the process type and assign logic to it. And then we have assigned index screen options, header configuration, and header configuration. So then we've executed. So now this workflow will only work for service-based invoices or service-based PO invoices, that too only one level.
For
So
this RAM, for
yeah,
this need to maintain any AFS ID.
we don't require any FSID for PO. So PO is
Okay,
always straightforward. We do not require any AFSID. Okay.
okay. And need not to maintain anything at COA table also, right?
No, COA table only user ID is enough. We are not going to maintain any amount limit or anything.
Anything, okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So now um the other thing, like extending this particular PO approval workflow to the GR based. So only one thing we need to do. You can also extend for GR based. So under this particular FM, so I'm just explaining where all the things this is possible. So under this FM, if I go here, click on display. So under this FM, we can see there is only PO base flag. We need to comment that code. So if you comment, so it will automatically extend it for GR based. This is the one. So this is the one. Basically, we need to comment this particular code. We need to ask ABAP to comment this. Then it will be extend for GR based invoices also for one level approval. So this is like extending the workflow for what you can say GR based invoices. So for extending the workflow to GR based, so ask ABAP to change the logic under process type detail sequence to trigger it the workflow GR based also. And to extend the workflow to the customization, if you want to do multi-level approval for PO, then that purpose you need to go to SM30. Means this all like technical, basically like ABAPer need to do. So under this we have two classes. One is user map BL approval and user map IAP. Under IAP product code, under IAP, let me go here, page down, slowly page down. See, this is the approval BL class. Okay, to extend the approval workflow to multi-level, so go to transaction code SM30. Under that we have gconstable /opt /vim gconst. So under this product code is IAP, and approval class, copy this class and create a custom class. Under this, change the logic for next method. Third, if you want to go multi-level approval. So here what we are doing, so here we are designing that. So how many levels you want to go, those many levels you can go. You can copy this particular class, ask your ABAPer to copy, and then under next method, so if you want to go have a workflow to the next user, provide the next user how many times you want to go, those many times it will go to the next level. So it is around dynamically, you can define your own logic based on what condition. This and all standard code is there. So you remove it and ask him to create, basically like how many levels you want to. So this is for, it will work for both PO and non-PO. Non-PO also, if you want to customize, you can customize here, and also AFS ID level. So if required, that and all we'll discuss. So here this for PO purpose, if you want to go for multi-level, then under business object type you need to give the logic should be under DPPO. So you can write your own logic, whatever, like how many levels you want to go, all those things. You clear?
Yes, Ram.
Okay. So you can say so I'll stop here. So just having some
Ram, I want to, I want to know one functionality that I asked yesterday for work item processing for GR wait period. What will be the advantage for work item processing if instead of background processing?
what will be the advantage you're saying?
Yeah,
I
any
do not
advantage
see
we can get?
I do not see any advantages still now, but not sure. It's like completely the customer base require how he want, but background is a best practice. It's okay. Like once we keep, is there anything change? So that also we can test. We'll do one test tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
one time we'll
Okay.
change it.
So work item. For work item processing, the background job will be applicable, right?
Yes,
The same
background
way.
processing. Yeah, background job is applicable. Work item processing. I don't think so. It will go to background job. It will go to a role, so certain role. So from that role, it will not come out. So you need to manually that role need to take action. So we'll see that how it will
Okay, that
work. Okay. So tomorrow we'll test that
okay,
and yeah.
okay, okay. In that case, maybe DRBR wait period, that program will not be applicable, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay,
Mm, mm, okay. Thank you all. So the video will be automatically all the videos in the link only. You can go through it. So I'll just upload this video and the document I'll send it to you. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.